Peace and blessings. This is the Lustful and Guru channel, formerly known as the Toxic Crusades. I am your host, YPG Betancourt, and this is where we speak truth to power. I remember when I first started to do the Might and Magic series. I wanted to base it upon someone that I had a tremendous amount of respect and admiration for. And this is the late, great Kobe Bryant. And on that note, I would like to take a moment of silence. The image that you see before you was Game 1 of the 2010 NBA Finals. And admittedly, I wasn't a Kobe Bryant fan. In fact, I was upset when they won the finals because they beat Boston in Game 7. Yet, I had to respect the determination, the will to win, the intensity that he had. I remember looking at the first game of the series, and it was funny because in my head I was thinking, damn, Chris Rock is sitting right beside him, and David Spade. He had his eyes set on a goal the entire time. The correlation between the message that I'm relaying and real life is that a lot of men have lost their way. I was one of them. For the majority of my life, I did things that were not in alignment with my purpose. And initially, when I started this channel, I produced content that was not unlike a lot of other content creators. Yet I saw the error in my ways. And that was focusing on things that were beyond our control. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm more than cognizant of what goes on in our world. Because at the end of the day, we live in a society that is anti-male. Yet the only constant is change. The common denominator is how we react in any and all circumstances. So with that being said, you have to stay on your square. Today's my 35th birthday. And a month prior, I decided to go on monk mode. That was one of the best decisions that I've ever made in my life. Because through that, I was able to carve out the inessential in my life. I wasn't allowed to watch television. I wasn't allowed to listen to music. I wasn't allowed to listen to podcasts. I was only able to eat a certain type of food, certain types of food. No sweets, no sex. And yet, I was at peace. I was at peace. And with that, I want to give a shout out to one of my mentors. This one is for you. You know, Coach Iron Man. He knows exactly what I'm talking about. He was the one who contributed a lot to my growth. One of many who contributed a lot to my growth, yet he got me to really see where I was going wrong as far as the content that I was creating. And I sat back and looked and I said, damn, he sure is right. You know, this whole red pill thing, While I'm glad that men are waking up and reclaiming their honor, yet a lot of these content creators are coming from a place of weakness. I had to unsubscribe from a lot of people's channels because of the fact that majority of their videos were of the same ilk. How many videos can you drop that focus on how women are slatterns and painted whores? We know this. How many videos can you drop bashing another man and exposing this person and that person? I got tired of it. So with that being said, I told myself that from this moment forth, the only content that I'm going to drop is going to be about my journey, growth, mentally, physically, spiritually, and making sure that I can be a lighthouse to those that are traversing these murky and dark waters. Remember, the burdens of performance is on us. And that's how we want it to be.